Welcome back, my biohackers. Today I have a great topic for us. If I can stop getting interrupted by my Dexcom. I've tried to start this video 2 different times with the Dexcom coming through shutting it off. So these are all, I need hacks from people who know how to make videos to help me out with this. But today I have a great topic for us. I wanted to talk about the biohacks for ways to get your insulin to work faster and more efficiently. Okay, so this is done by something that I call insulin division. So insulin division is when you take your insulin shot in 2 locations instead of all of your dose in 1 location. So let's say that you're going to take 10 units of insulin for what you're going to eat. You're going to divide that shot up into 5 units on one side of your abdomen and 5 units on the other side of your abdomen for that 1 dose, all at the same time. So it does this in 2 different ways. The first is how our insulin is delivered into our system. So insulin delivers into our system in a chain-like fashion. And so if you're taking a larger bolus all in 1 location, it's entering the system in a more slower fashion than if you have 2 locations that are then entering your system. So there's that way. Then the second reason is because there is a subcutaneous enzyme that actually destroys insulin and helps to break it down. So the destroying of the insulin, if it's happening in 2 different areas that it's been injected, what this does is it can cause swelling within the tissue, which will end up slowing down the absorption of that insulin as well. And so if you've broken up your larger dose shot, which would take a lot longer to absorb all in 1 huge area as opposed to breaking up, say 5 units here, 5 units there, or 10 units here, 10 units there, you're going to have less swelling and you're going to have the insulin going in faster, and it's not going to create as much of an enzymatic process all in 1 area that's going to slow it down. Okay, so let's talk about how to inject your insulin to get it to absorb faster. So the fastest location on your body for insulin to absorb is going to be anywhere on your abdomen. So you can do left or right above your belly button, left or right below your belly button. Those are some of the best areas on the abdomen. Next, after that, it's going to have a little bit slower absorption rate, but it's still pretty good, which would be the back of your hips. So above your buttocks, below your ribs, in that fatty tissue back there. Then the next one after that is going to be your arms. A lot of times people like to do the back of their arms, or sometimes you'll see like the inside or outside of the arms. Still not as quick as the abdomen. The abdomen is the fastest, but your arms is a great option. Let's say you're wearing something. For myself, like if I have a dress on, that it would be hard to take insulin in my abdomen. Sometimes I'll go for the arm in public to make it a little easier. Then after that is going to be your legs. So anywhere on your legs, you can do your shots on your thighs, the outer thighs, the top of the thigh. I do find that the thigh burns a little bit more, and then the absorption rate is pretty slow. So I do not really prefer the thigh at all. Also, if you are a person with tattoos, just know that you should try to avoid injecting insulin into tattooed areas because you want to be able to watch the injection site. It gets a little hard to see if there's anything wrong with it if it's in a tattoo. So if you can, please avoid injecting insulin into any tattoos that you may have. But in a tight jam, I have definitely put my insulin in my tattoo, not really paying attention. So just something to think about there. The next best way to get your insulin to work faster and more efficiently is to have some metabolic stimulus. So this would be wall push-ups, actual push-ups. I just can't do a lot of regular push-ups. So I go for 10 minutes of wall push-ups. You can do squats. Any large muscle group in your body that you're working after you've consumed your food for about 10 minutes is going to help greatly to get your insulin to absorb better and change your insulin resistance. Also, just going for a walk. If you can fit in a 20-minute walk after your meals, you will notice a huge difference in getting that insulin to work more efficiently and much faster. And the last biohack I have for you today on how to make your insulin work much faster is heat exposure. So I don't know if you've ever left from a cold climate to a hot climate on vacation and noticed all of a sudden you're going low a lot. Well, heating up your body really changes the way that insulin works in your system due to different metabolic reasons. But heating your body up, using a sauna, going outside and getting your body warm, getting moving. Those are all ways to really help your insulin work more effectively and efficiently. Don't forget that your insulin is temperature controlled. So if you are out in the heat and you're taking your insulin, you're gonna wanna make sure that you can keep your insulin nice and cool, if possible, if you're gonna be out for any long periods of time. This is also another reason that I struggled with a pump, because if I'm wearing a pump in my pocket, I used to work outside, and I lived in an area that would easily get over 100 degrees during the day in the summertime, and my insulin would spoil. And when you have an entire vial full spoil at a time, it's so frustrating. And then with the pump, of course, you have to keep lots of extra supplies on you to even change that out, let alone a cooler or some way to keep it cool. So just keep those things in mind. But thank you so much today for watching my video. I hope that you guys remember the best way to support each other is to actually like and subscribe. But especially like this video. It's gonna help other diabetics or other people like you and me find this content, which is the whole reason I started this channel in the first place. So please remember to at least like this video if you can. Leave comments. I'll try to respond as much as I possibly can. I have videos coming out every single week. Thank you so much, and I hope that you guys get to biohacking and find some new cool ways to deal with your diabetes.